Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Before I talk about our responsibility as today, let me talk about what was the feeling of the people who were in Medina at that time. The people who had seen the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who had seen the miracles of the Prophet, who had seen the miracles and the status of the household of the Prophet, who had seen angels come, the stars descend, sun returned, dead coming back to life, everything with their own eyes. They had heard the status of the Lady of Heaven. They had heard about the status of Imam Hassan, Imam Hussein as the leaders of the heaven. They had heard the status of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam as Wajhullah, as Yadullah, as the Lion of Allah, as the flag bearer of the Prophet. So then what happened to the people? There were three groups of people in Medina at that time. One group of people were pure evil. They had munafiqat, they had animosity, they had attraction toward the world. They didn't care about what was happening from an Islamic perspective. They wanted to secure power. That was pure evil. Then there was second group of people who were the lovers and die-hard lovers of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam. Very few in number. In fact, when Imam Ali alayhi salam came out and he requested people to come back who were trying to support him to take power, he asked them to come back the next day with their heads shaved. Literally 4 people came. And the Prophet of Allah had told Imam Ali alayhi salam, if you get 40 supporters, stand up. If you don't get 40 supporters, be patient. Only 4 people came. So it means that there were people who were die-hard lovers of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, would give anything, but only 4 out of the entire city of Medina, which was brimming with Muslims. So what were these other people doing? They were Muslims, they had seen the Prophet. What were they doing in Medina? While the daughter of the Prophet, while the household of the Prophet is under house arrest, it's not being allowed the right that they were given by the Prophet. These people feared for their life or did not care about what was happening. They ignored the teachings of the Prophet. They left the household of the Prophet alone. They did not stand up against injustice. They did not perform Nahiyan al Munkar and Amr bil Ma'ruf. They were very focused on their life. Even when Syeda Fatima Zehra went door to door with her children, with her husband, asking to get help, no one stood up. And now come to today. There are 3 groups of people today. One group of people are living in tyranny who cannot change anything. Their focus has to be to preserve their life and religion, stay in taqiyya because they are under constant vigilance, constant, like they cannot do anything. Otherwise, their life will be in danger, their children's life, their family, their sustenance will be in danger. Then there's a second group of people who live in countries like Pakistan or India or Malaysia. They have freedom, but at the same time, they cannot, their governments are more on the other side, as well as they don't have as much say. And then there are people who are in countries where there's freedom of speech, where there's security for their family and sustenance. These people stay quiet. These people don't highlight the problems. They don't go on social media and highlight what happened. They didn't even support the movie that came about the Lady of Heaven, which was the first time in history that this event was highlighted. And that is where we need to understand what is our role. If we are living in a society where we have freedom, if we are living in a society where we don't have to worry about other things, then why are we quiet? Until that freedom translates into lack of fear and full focus on the support of Ahl Bayt alayhi salam, to the point that we don't care about anything. We are going to highlight this injustice that happened 1400 years ago on the Lady of Heaven and her household, and the message of Prophet was abrogated until unless we highlight what happened and why it happened and who did it, so that the Muslim Ummah realizes that this is wrong. How can we be different than people who kept quiet in Medina just for the sake of unity?